30 days without caffeine. 30 days without caffeine. What happens inside your brain when you stop drinking coffee, energy drinks, or any other source of caffeine for 1 full month? At first, it may sound simple. You just remove one daily habit. No morning coffee. No afternoon boost. No quick caffeine rescue when your energy drops. But inside your brain, this small change begins a much bigger adjustment. Caffeine does not create energy from nothing. It changes how tiredness feels. It interacts with a brain chemical called adenosine, a signal that normally builds up while you are awake and helps your brain feel sleepy. When caffeine enters the brain, it blocks some of that sleepy signal, making you feel more alert for a while. But when caffeine disappears, the brain has to adjust again. In the first days, you may feel tired. You may get headaches. Your mood may change. Your focus may drop. But over time, your sleep, energy, and natural alertness may begin to feel different. This is not a video telling you to quit caffeine. Caffeine affects people differently, and for many healthy adults, moderate caffeine intake can be part of normal life. But from a scientific point of view, 30 days without caffeine is a fascinating look at how the brain adapts when a daily stimulant is removed. So let's go inside the human brain, day by day. First 24 hours without caffeine. The first 24 hours. The first day without caffeine, the biggest change is not that your body suddenly loses energy. The change is that your brain is no longer getting the same chemical shortcut. Normally, as the day goes on, adenosine slowly builds up in the brain. This is one reason you begin to feel tired after being awake for many hours. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors, which can make tiredness feel weaker for a while. But when you stop caffeine, that blocking effect fades. Now the brain can feel the adenosine signal more clearly. This is why the first day may feel heavier than usual. You may feel sleepy earlier. Your focus may not feel as sharp. Your usual morning routine may feel incomplete. If you normally drink coffee at the same time every day, your brain expects that signal. Without it, the day can feel slower. But this does not mean something is wrong. It means your brain is noticing the absence of a substance it had learned to expect. For some people, the first 24 hours are mild. For others, this is when the first signs of withdrawal begin. Day 2 to 3, without caffeine/headaches, may begin. Days 2 to 3. This is when caffeine withdrawal may become more noticeable. For many regular caffeine users, symptoms can include headache, fatigue, low alertness, irritability, low mood, and difficulty concentrating. The headache is one of the most common complaints. One reason may be that caffeine affects blood vessels in the brain. When caffeine is removed, the body may respond in ways that change blood flow and pressure sensations, which can contribute to that heavy, pounding feeling. But withdrawal is not only about the head, it is also about expectation. If caffeine was your morning trigger for work, your afternoon rescue, or your emotional comfort during stress, removing it creates a gap. Your brain is not only missing the chemical effect, it is missing the routine. You may reach for a cup automatically, then remember you are not drinking it. You may feel as if your motivation has disappeared. But what is really happening is that your brain is starting to recalibrate. It is learning to function without the daily caffeine signal. This stage can feel uncomfortable but for many people, it is temporary. First week without caffeine / your brain starts resetting. The first week. After the first few difficult days, your brain begins to adjust more noticeably. The adenosine system, which caffeine was influencing every day, starts moving toward a new balance. This does not happen like a light switch. It is gradual. Your brain is not broken without caffeine. It is adapting to a different baseline. During this week, some people still feel tired, foggy, or less motivated. Others begin to notice that the worst headache has faded. Energy may still be lower than usual, but it may become more stable through the day. This is an important point. Caffeine often creates a cycle. Alertness rises, then falls. Then another cup brings it back up. Without caffeine, the highs may feel lower at first, but the crashes may also become less dramatic. Your brain is learning to manage wakefulness without relying on the same external push. Sleep may also begin to change. If caffeine was taken late in the day, removing it may make it easier for the brain to move towards sleep at night. But the effect depends on timing, dose, and personal sensitivity. For some people, this first week is the hardest part. For others, it is the first sign that the brain can adapt. After 2 weeks without caffeine / your sleep may change. After 2 weeks without caffeine, by the second week, sleep may become one of the most interesting changes. Caffeine can stay active in the body for hours, and even when you no longer feel strongly stimulated, it may still influence sleep pressure and sleep quality. Without caffeine, some people may fall asleep more easily. Others may notice deeper rest, fewer late-night wakeful feelings, or less need for a morning rescue. But this does not happen for everyone in the same way. If poor sleep was caused by stress, screens, irregular timing, or other habits, removing caffeine alone may not fix everything. Still, the absence of caffeine can reveal something important. How much of your daily tiredness was caused by not sleeping well, then using caffeine to cover it. In this stage, your natural rhythm may become easier to notice. You may discover when your body truly gets tired. You may notice which part of the day your energy naturally drops, and you may begin to separate real rest from artificial stimulation. The goal is not to say caffeine is bad. The goal is to see what your brain feels like when the signal is removed. After 30 days without caffeine / your energy feels different after 3 to 4 weeks. By the end of the month, the biggest change may not be dramatic energy. It may be clearer awareness of your real energy. Without caffeine, your brain is no longer being pushed through the same daily stimulant cycle. Some people may feel calmer. Some may feel more stable. Some may notice fewer sharp energy crashes. Others may decide they still prefer caffeine, but now they understand how strongly it shaped their routine. Your relationship with tiredness may also change. Instead of instantly treating tiredness with coffee, you may start asking better questions. Did I sleep enough? Did I eat enough? Am I dehydrated? Have I been staring at a screen too long? Am I stressed? Caffeine can hide some of these signals for a while. Without it, the signals become louder. This can be uncomfortable, but it can also be useful. A month without caffeine can show you whether you are using it as a tool, a habit, or a crutch. And this is where the experiment becomes less about coffee and more about self-awareness. Your brain is not just reacting to caffeine. It is reacting to routine, sleep, stress, and the way you manage energy every day. 30 days. No caffeine / the results 30 days later. So what really happens after 30 days without caffeine? In the beginning, your brain may feel the missing signal. Tiredness becomes more noticeable. Headaches may appear. Focus may drop. Mood may shift. Then, over time, the brain begins to adapt. The adenosine system starts moving toward a different balance. Sleep may improve for some people. Energy may feel more natural. Crashes may become less intense. And your habits become easier to see. But this does not mean everyone should quit caffeine forever. Caffeine affects people differently. Some people tolerate it well. Others feel anxiety, sleep disruption, fast heartbeat, stomach discomfort, or strong dependence on it. The amount matters. The timing matters. Your body matters. For many healthy adults, moderate caffeine intake can be safe, but sensitivity varies widely. Pregnant people, people with heart conditions, anxiety disorders, sleep problems, high blood pressure concerns, or anyone taking certain medications should ask a qualified healthcare professional about what is safe for them. The real lesson is this: caffeine is not magic energy. It is a signal that changes how your brain feels tiredness. When you remove that signal for 30 days, you may discover what your natural energy actually feels like. And once you know that, you can decide whether caffeine is something you control or something that has been controlling your day. Subscribe to Inside the Human and keep exploring the science of body, mind, and life.